Yapi is going to get a straight red card right here. The teenager initiated contact after the ball was not even close.
Tough to see what really happens there.
Welcome to Instant Replay for MLS Match Day 32. I'm your host, Andrew Wiebe, and as always, we're taking a closer look at the most controversial refereeing decisions in Major League Soccer. We've got red cards, we've got goals, taken back for offside. How about PKs? Yep, got those too, and even a chicken wing. Look forward to that later in the show. But let's start in Colorado. Second half stoppage time, Darren Yapi and a little bit of a dust-up with Dario Suárez, the Timbers defender. The two come together and watch very, very closely here because there is violent conduct according to referee Filip Dujic. Dujic immediately produces the red card, and the VAR Alan Chapman calls him to the monitor. Chapman is saying, "Hey, Filip, this is a clear and obvious error. For me, this is not violent conduct." Dujic watches the play and sticks with his call. My initial response to this was, that is embellishment by Suárez. No way that is violent conduct on Yapi. But, as is my responsibility, I dug deep into the footage, and we don't have a ton, and we don't have the greatest angles. But in the end, I'm still with Alan Chapman after further review. I don't think this is violent conduct, because I don't think it rises to the level of excessive force or brutality. Watch Yapi's arm and elbow. For me, he doesn't cock back. I don't see the speed of the arm moving forward on the blow into Suárez's back to justify violent conduct. Given the distance the arm traveled and the arm positioning, just the physics of moving your elbow, in my opinion, it would be very, very difficult to create that sort of force over that sort of distance. Furthermore, just the eye test. I don't see the arm moving forward at speed. And it also looks to me like Suárez waits a beat and a half before he goes down. So for me, I would have liked to see this be a yellow card at most and not a red card for violent conduct. To El Tráfico we go. Yes, there were fireworks. And one of the fireworks in the second half with this Lewis O'Brien red card. Look at O'Brien's leg. It is straight, the studs are exposed. It is into the planted foot of Mickey Yamane. A late tackle that endangers the safety of Yamane. Just look at that ankle buckle. And for me, it's also excessive force, given he leaves his feet and the leg is straight and studs are exposed. And before we get out of this one, I want to give credit to Victor Rivas, the fourth official. Ted Uncle starts with the yellow card, but confers with Rivas, who has the absolutely perfect angle on the play. In conferring, Uncle decides to go red, which for me is the right decision, so well done to Uncle for utilizing his crew and for Rivas for being right on top of this one. And an absolutely great catch by Jose Carlos Rivero, the VAR in the New York City DC game. DC think they have a goal in the 35th minute, but watch this one back. Christopher McVey is in an offside position. Look down the line here. That foot is just in an offside position. And no, he doesn't score, but he sets a pick. Therefore, McVey becomes involved in the play, coming from an offside position. Rami Touchon, the referee, takes a look and says, yep, Jose Carlos Rivero is right. This is offside, and the goal is taken off. Rightfully so. Another goal taken off for offside in this game just before the end of the first half. This time, it's New York City's Alonso Martinez who scores, but the flag of the AR is up, and it's called offside on the field. This is a rough one for New York City. From my point of view, and I only have the one angle plus the replay, it looks pretty darn even. Live look, it looks like Martinez is leaning, but also that the DC's defender's feet are slightly ahead of him. On replay, my spidey sensors are saying that is too close to know definitively that it's offside, and I'd really like the flag to stay down. But then again, check the angle, folks. It plays tricks on you. Is the AR in line with the final defender? Is Martinez leaning and just offside? Maybe, maybe not. I know better than to say I know for sure given this angle. Just look at the lines on the top of the 18-yard box and at midfield to get a feel for the level of lens distortion we have on this one. So while my gut says keep that flag down, I do not have the angle the AR does, so I can't say it's either offside or onside definitively. One more from this game, 64th minute. There's a big goal for DC. It tied the match. Came from a penalty kick as James Sands took down Ted Kudipietro. Now, New York City are saying, did he take him down? Was there contact? And I think there was. The VAR, Jose Carlos Rivero, agreed. He spotted on review, sent Touchon to the monitor, and Touchon called the penalty. For me, it's the contact on the left foot of KDP. That's the plant foot as Sands comes through. Watch him leave his feet and come through with force. But I can also see an NYCFC argument that the angles that we have don't make it as clear and obvious as you might like for a call to be reversed. Let me know what you think on this one. The Philadelphia Union were certainly thinking, oh, thank goodness in the 45th minute Luis Suárez had a goal ruled offside. It's not Suárez who is offside on this one. It's actually Lionel Messi. Watch him as he comes back from an offside position to receive the ball. His left foot is just hanging out in an offside position, and that makes this a good call by the referee and crew. And the last call, I promised you a chicken wing, and you are getting a chicken wing. St. Louis, Minnesota. Kyle Hebert was in this show leading us off last week for a handball the Revs didn't like. This week, Hebert is at it again. 57th minute, Hebert is going backwards, trying to get up to head a ball, and look at his arm come up, and the ball hit the arm. Okay, we see that, but is it a natural position? Last week I said yes. Hebert was justified in his attempt to win the ball to the position of his arm, and it shouldn't have been a handball. This week, for me, the arm is much higher. It's above the head. And this week, I think Hebert is making himself unnaturally bigger. It's not a justifiable movement getting your arm that high attempting to win a header, especially one he knows he's not going to get while not challenging another player for it. So for me, the VAR Ismail Elfath was justified in sending it down for review, and Marcos de Oliveira, the referee, was absolutely justified in calling it a penalty. All right, that's it for us in Matchday 32. Remember, if you see something, say something. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm always looking for amateur VARs around the league to help me out. Big thanks to my editor, Phil Ivanko, the producer of this show, Rich Hernandez. I'm Andrew Wiebe. We'll see you next time.